What's up everyone, this is Emmanuel Hawkins and today I'll be reviewing Twisty Timer. Twisty Timer is an offline cube timer app which works on Android devices. So for all of you Android users out there, this is one app for you guys. The version I'll be reviewing today is the version 4.6.4 and I don't know the exact date it was released, but I'm certain it was released in the early months of 2019 and I have been using it ever since. Now you can download this app into your device from the Google Play Store, and also did I forget to mention this app is completely free, so you don't have to spend at all to get this app. In my opinion, Twisty Timer has always been a really solid timer app for Android devices, but with the release of this version, I think it is now undoubtedly one of the best offline timer apps you can have as an Android user. I think so because of all the features that are packed in this application, which I will be showing you right now. So starting right here on the home screen of the app, we can see how just amazing this looks. Like, the design is just simply amazing, and this is one of the reasons why I love this app. So I'll quickly be explaining all these icons we can see everywhere here before I go into other features of the app. Now the first logo we can see here is a cogwheel logo. Now what this does is it opens up a menu which I'll be going into later. So next thing we see is 3x3 cube and normal. Now what this does is that it helps us select like different puzzles and different WCA events, and it works hand in hand with this icon here that's all shapes. So this first one helps us select the events, so we can see here 2x2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cube, mega and pura. So basically all the puzzles used in WCA events. Then right here we can select new session, like so for instance I'm under 3x3 cube, so if I select here I can select a new session, just click on new, enter the new category name, maybe OH, okay, and that is how to create a new session under a puzzle. So we can see long press on an entry to edit. So for instance if I hold this, I can either rename or remove a category. Next we see this bulb icon. So this right here is the hint icon, and I'll be going into detail of this later on. So right here, this whole thing is the scramble, as we can all see, and then this pencil icon right here is used to insert a custom scramble. So for instance if I go maybe R U D prime F2 something like that, and then that is the custom scramble, and I will see like the scramble image of this scramble which I just entered. Next icon we can see here is these circling arrows. It's like refreshes the timer and generates a new scramble. So right here, this is the main timer home screen, and then we can see the scramble image obviously, and then some statistics. We have deviation, mean, best, count, average of 5, 12, average of 50, and average of 100. So now coming to this bar down here, it's used to go in between different tabs in this application. So this first one is the timer tab, which we have been in. So clicking here, this shows me the list, and I can see all my solves here. So all these are really straightforward, so you can just like explore yourself and you understand the meaning of all these icons. This one is just to archive your solves, and then this is to clear all the solves, but this is really straightforward. Once you open this, you can be able to understand. The same with this shows us like charts and graphs and your statistics and all of that. And we have deviation, average of 12, average of 50, all of these. So just pretty straightforward, pretty cool. You can explore on your own and find out what all these mean. So now let's go into the main settings and the features this timer has to offer. So clicking this cogwheel icon, we have timer, trainer, algorithms, export, import, app, theme, etc. So first I'm going into the trainer. Now the trainer is one of the new upgrades in this latest version, and I think it is a very good idea, but in my opinion I think it's really C4 based, and Ruxas and other solvers won't be able to make the best out of this. So we have a trainer on OLL and a trainer on PLL. So let me show you how this is done. So for example, if I want to train OLL, I can come here and create a new session. OLL. So when I click train, you see training OLL, tap here to see scramble, stuff like that. So what to do here is you click this top bar here, and then you see all the cases you have. So we have all the OLL cases here from OLL 1 down to OLL 57. So you can select individual cases that you want to train on, or if you've learned all of them, you can just select all, and then the scrambles will come out and you can be able to train your OLL. So this is the same with PLL trainer. Probably in the future there'll be more like subsets you can train on, and something for Rooksas to use to train. So next we have algorithm sheet. This is also a very important part of this timer application. So here, and also it is very C4 based, just like the trainer. We can see OLL algorithms, stuff like this. So click on OLL and you see different algorithms. You can actually even edit the algorithms, like insert your own and stuff like that, but I won't be doing that. So it's very important resource, OLL and PLL algorithms inside this timer application. So that's really cool. So next, to see other exports and imports. It allows us to export our times for backup purposes and like for other timers, and also to import times from other timers and from our backup. So if you guys need a tutorial on this, you can leave it in the comment section below, and I'll be giving a tutorial on how to do the export and the import, but that is not for this video. Here we can see app theme. Now this helps us customize the look of the app. Now you see I have this blowy gray on, so you can have hazy blues, spotty guy, simply white. In fact, there are a lot of things you can choose from here that will probably suit your personal preference. Now under text style, I think this was named wrongly because this doesn't actually change the style of the text, it just changes the color of the text, as you can see. So probably this will be fixed in future. I just keep it on the default because that looks best for me. Now we have color scheme. So what this allows us to do is to like match the colors that will be showing on the scramble image to the colors on your cube. So you can change some settings here, stuff like that. So now into the main settings of the application. So when you click on settings, you see a lot of settings here. You see language, inspection behavior, timer appearance, general, statistics, list, and we'll be going into this one after the other. Now under language, you can see a lot of languages. So you can see Dutch, Spanish, French, and many other languages which I never knew existed. So next, going into inspection behavior. So when I click here, you see inspection duration, stuff like that. So now turning this on allows the other like settings to be accessible. So once I turn this on, I can set my inspection duration to, normally I can use 15 seconds normally for WCA, but you can set it to any time limit you want. Next we have alert time left. What this does is that it allows the timer to alert us once 12 and 8 seconds of inspection have passed, just like WCA. So when I put this on, you can select your alert type. So there is vibration, sound, and both of them, as you can see. So it's quite unfortunate that we don't have like a male or female voice like we see in CS timer, but probably in later upgrades we'll be seeing that. Next we move on to timer behavior. Now we see manual mode, and I'll be explaining each of these settings one after the other. So manual mode, what this does is that it adds a button on the screen for easier manual time entry. Once I turn this on, you can see this button that is on the screen now. This allows me to like manually input my times. So for example, if I'm doing a session with stack maths, I can just input my times from the stack math into the timer by using this button right here. Now we can see start queue. So this changes the text color when the timer is ready to start. I have this setting on at all times because it's just really weird when it is not on. Next we have hold to start. You hold the timer for like 0.5 seconds before the timer starts running. I also keep this setting on. Now we also have back cancel solve. Once I turn this on, I'll be able to cancel a solve just by pressing back right here. Next we see generate scrambles. I like to leave this setting on because it allows the timer app to generate scrambles. So when you turn this off, as you can see, the timer stops generating scrambles. Next we can also see show hints. Now this setting allows the timer to generate cross hints for 3x3 puzzles. Now this is a setting that I love very much, but the only downside to this is that it is very much C4 based. Like we don't have any block building hints or anything for Roxas or other things like that. Now if I turn this off, as you can see, there will be no hints right here. But when I turn this on, Twisty Timer now generates hints for the scramble that has been generated by the timer. So that is really cool. Next we see faces shown on hints. So here you select the faces you want the hints to be shown. So that just means that you select the crosses you solve. So someone that is color neutral will have all these faces selected. If you're only white and yellow cross, you can select just white and yellow. If you're white only, you can select just white. So that is cool. Next we see show extended cross hints. Now to turn this on, you see extended cross hints may take a long time to load. Only enable this setting if you're okay with the wait time or if you have a high-end device. So what I've noticed for my period of using this application is that for me and for my device, I don't know of any other device, it takes a long time to load on the first trial. Like for instance, when I just open the app, it takes like close to 1 minute to load, but after then it just loads almost instantly. Next we see alerts, best time alert, best average alert, worst time alert. So turning the best time alert, it alerts you when you get a PB single, and then best average alert alerts you when you get a PB average of 5, an average of 12, and all those statistics that are on the home screen. Now I don't know why anyone would want to turn on the worst time alert, but let's turn it on and see how it works. So let me quickly create a new session. New, okay. So this is a new session. Let's say I have a 1.20, although let's have a 1.21, let's have a 1.19, and then let's have a 1.25. So from here we can have our best time, since we have gotten like 4 solves, and this would be like the 5th solve to make an average. So if I get a 1.18, you can see congratulations, you have beaten your personal best by 0.01. And for worst time alert, if I get a 1.80, you can see congratulations, that's the worst solve you've done so far, beating your record by 0.55. Now we see animation duration. So on my device, clicking this does definitely nothing. Like just click it and nothing happens. I don't know what it is used for, but So finally we see timer appearance. So clicking this changes the appearance of your timer home screen and stuff like that. And let's just be going over that very quickly. So scramble image, if I turn this off, you can see no scramble image. Turning this on brings back the image of the scramble on the timer. Next we see session stats. So turning this off, you can hide your session stats, and then turning this on brings back the session stats. Same with quick action buttons. If I turn this off, you can see your DNF +2 and all other stuff are not there. Turning this on brings them back. Now hide time while solving. So if you turn this on, you see like this little ellipses on your screen, like to show that your time is hidden. So if you are distracted by looking at your timer screen, you can make use of this setting. Now scramble background, what this does is that if I turn this on, you can see a white background right here behind the scramble. Turning this off obviously removes that. Scramble text size, so this like changes the size of your scramble. So you can see increasing this increases the scramble text, and reducing this reduces my scramble text. And then show decimals. When you turn this off, your time will be reading without the decimals being shown. So like see whole numbers, and turning this on shows the decimals when you're timing a solve. So next we see advanced. Enable advanced settings. So I don't advise this because once you try to turn it on, you see changing these settings may cause some clipping issues. But necessarily what this does is that you just change your timer text size. So you can see changing this changes the timer text size and scramble image size. So changing this changes the size of the scramble image, as you can see. So that is all for the timer appearance settings. Next we can go to general. As you can see here, so we see allow swiping between tabs. So if I turn this on, as you can see, I'll be able to swipe between my tabs. So just by swiping, I can go from my timer home screen to my list of times and to my statistics, and turning this off stops it, obviously. Then we have tint navigation bar. If I turn this on, my navigation bar, which is this, like becomes tinted with the color, as you can see, and turning this off brings it back to the normal black. Disable menu background disables the tinted background behind the top menu bar. So you can see turning this on disables it, turning this off brings it back. That is all for the general settings. Now statistics. As you can see, all that's here is average stream. So this controls like the number of solves that will be removed from your average. So right now the trim size is 5%. The more you change the trim size, the more solves that are excluded from your averages. So that is that. And then finally we see lists. So clicking this show clear button under this list tab, once I turn this on, you see that clear button, that little garbage can icon, and this allows you to clear all the times from your session. So turning this off removes the icon, as you can see. So this app is a really great timer app for Android devices, and in my opinion is easily one of the best timer applications out there. However, during my period of using and sort of testing this application, there have been a few minor issues and setbacks I've experienced with the application. So I can't say if this are actually bugs in the app itself or as a result of the capabilities of my device. A few times I've experienced crashing of this application. This doesn't happen too often, but it's a real pain when it does. Also, sometimes when I touch my screen to top the timer, the time keeps going and doesn't stop until after a few trials. Again, I can't really say the source of these problems, but if they are from the application, hopefully they'll be fixed in the coming upgrades. A big shout out to everyone who helped in developing this application, the programmers, testers, translators, and so on. Nice work, you guys. Now if you want to, you can donate to the app by clicking the donate button right here. For some strange reason, my timer app always seems to crash anytime I do that, as you can see. That's about it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. If you didn't, you can as well dislike it, but make sure you leave in the comment section below the reasons why you disliked the video, and I'll try to improve on that next time.